Welcome to Go All In Show on ABC 15, brought to you by Go All In Media. I am your host, Stant. Go All In Show provides the best life transformational stories that will help inspire and improve your personal growth from mind, body, soul, entrepreneurship, and work productivities. Are you ready to go all in to achieve your dream today? Let's go! I'm just a regular person like you who is trying to walk every day of my life with a great intention. Why are you letting your fears keeping you from your destiny? I am a big believer that the moment you decide to go all in, your journey begins. I came from the third world country of Thailand, from the lower middle class family. Didn't have any MBA, didn't go to any business school. When you allow yourself to commit to your goals, and you fail, you're showing the strength, not the weakness. I was a yoga teacher teaching 5 to 6 different studios a day. Didn't even have time to have dinner with my kids. I was so depressed. Couldn't even pay bills. Had a lot of debts. I was stuck. So at that moment when I feel sick and tired of being sick and tired, I start to take the action. When you allow yourself to go all in, the world starts to behave differently. That moment has totally changed what I think, changed the energy inside me. So I'm gonna teach you how to retrain your mind and your body for success. It's time to start now, and we will show you how in this Go All In TV course. Welcome to Go All In Show here on ABC 15. My name is Stant. I'm your host, and today I would love to welcome my special guest here in the house, Dr. Liudmila Schafer, an associate professor of medicine, medical oncologist specializing in gastrointestinal cancer. Dr. Liudmila, thank you so much for being here on my show.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Nim, to be with you and your viewers.
Wow, thank you. I know you're super busy, but you spend time with us here in the studio. Well, let's start by telling us a little bit about your backstory. Where were you and how did you get to where you're at today?
Thank you for asking this question. It's my pleasure to share with you and the viewers. I grew up outside the United States. And overall, I started everything from zero, from very, very basic. And when I started back studying medicine overseas, And I came over here about 20 years ago. I did not speak English. I did not have family. And luckily, I came here through professional organization. So someone told me, oh, you can practice medicine over here. Well, that was a big surprise because I really never dreamed that I would be even practicing here, or especially being an oncologist. So I went back and I started thinking about what's happening and evaluating situation, and then I decided to pursue and move forward. And I moved to the United States, and at the time I had a contract for grant over here. So I was starting like working and learning English, evaluating situation, and I was young physician, just graduated, and I was impressed with medicine and research and science, and that's how I decided to pursue.
Wow. And now you're here, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I'm an oncologist. So most of my life, I was an academic physician. What it means, vast majority of time, I see patients, taking care of patients. And also I teach and mentor young medical trainees. Try to contribute to community. And also a big part is clinical research. So I do research like new option for treatment for cancers.
So why is cancer, why do you focus on this area? Is it being something that you're passionate about for a long time, or at the beginning, or something drawing you to do this?
Yes. Since very early, when I was in medical school, the reason I wanted to be in cancer field, what's called in oncology field, because it's a combination. It's a combination of science and medicine, patient care, and it's a very evolving field. And I always felt that this connection and communication and a relationship with patients, it's a very, very special type of population. It's a very special community. So I love this connection, and also how we can make someone's life better in such vulnerable situation.
You know, Dr. Schafer, I always think that I wasn't smart enough. This is funny because I teach people about mindset, right? About belief. But long time ago, when I was younger, I thought I want to help people, but I wasn't smart enough to go to the medical school, you know, and I thought helping people only, you know, you have to be a doctor, you have to be, you know, someone like in the field. But you know, I didn't end up go to medical school because of that belief, and I turned to become a professional classical dancer in Thailand, and I learned the discipline, right? As a classical dancer, we have to practice a lot. We have to put our focus in there, and I'm pretty sure, like what you do, what you have accomplished, you've been dealing with being disciplined a lot. Tell us a little bit about the discipline in your own term.
Yeah, thank you, Nim, for asking this, because it's interesting that there is no really, you know, smart or not smart.
Yeah.
You are so smart, and I learned that I try to do dance, and to me, it's pretty much impossible. It's like unaccomplishable.
Wow.
So I would say it's a very equal discipline for us, whatever you are driven into.
Right.
So I would like to share, if it's okay with you, few tips.
Okay, tell us, what's your tips?
So number one is you develop disciplined mind.
Okay, the mindset.
The mindset. So disciplined mind. When we have disciplined mind, it means that you decide on your short-term goal and your long-term goal.
Right.
On your realistic goal and unrealistic goal.
Right.
And it's okay to have all goals, even unrealistic goal, whatever your goal is. But that's when you start.
Okay.
And you take sort of steps. And how are you doing? Like overall, do you make your short-term goal, Nim, and long-term goal, or do you agree or not?
You asked me, right?
Yes.
No, totally agree. Like you need to know what you want first, but you don't need to know the how. Yeah.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Correct.
And then you take action.
And that's exactly brings us to the situation how.
Right.
So how we develop this discipline?
Okay.
We develop resilience strategy.
Okay.
Nim, do you like a spa?
Spa.
Spa.
I love it.
When we
I can do it every day.
Yes. So I design a special concept. It's called a personal spa related to resilience and the resilience strategy. So SPA stands for you stop.
Okay.
Means you stop, you think, you collect all situation, you evaluate where you are in life.
Okay.
Just like you discussed, you were dancer and now you interviewing me with your viewers, and that's where we stop and think. And in that situation, then P stands for plan.
Okay.
And you plan your strategy. So you decide exactly how would you like to achieve your goals. And then in SPA, A stands for act. That's when you take action.
Okay.
And you act appropriately to your situation.
Right.
So the resilience, basically you evaluate situation, you plan your strategy, and then you act.
Well, I love it so much because, no wonder why, because you're a doctor and you think and you have a very good system of the way you plan things and you have the strategy, but without action, nothing will happen, right? I like to say that otherwise all the Buddhist monk who meditate and want to be the millionaire will turn into the millionaire, right? So how important action is for you?
For me personally, action is very important, and that's how we move in our life and try to find ourselves. There is an important research have been done, and it's very known. It's called Pdsa Cycle. Now, someone might think it's a cycle, but what it means, it's P for plan. And it's very similar to the strategy. So I always stay with the cycle. So P, you plan. Then D, that's when you do things and you evaluate. And then S, you study. You study everything what you found out and implement. And then A for action. So that's when you take action. And you act not only according to your plan, but also you act, okay, what's my next step? And that brings you again to the plan. So it's constant development from the plan to do things, to study things, to act, again, plan. And it basically it amplifies, and it really makes you a stronger person toward your goals.
I love it so much, Dr. Schafer. You not only help your patient, but you also really inspire us to really get up and follow your passion and follow your dream and make it into the reality. How do you overcome the obstacles and challenges when you feel very down, the energy is very low? How do you overcome that? Because you have achieved so much. I read your story, and you achieved so much. Came from the world that did not speak English, and teach yourself and train yourself and connecting all the dots. How do you overcome that when you have really the dark night of the soul?
Yes, it's a very difficult moment, I'm sure, for a lot of people. And what I found out, that I stay on task. Now, I will tell you, when I grew up, we had to plant our own fruits and vegetables, and then we harvest, and then we prepare for the winter. So since childhood, we had to do a certain chores and be prepared for the winter during the summer or even during the spring. So that sort of development, it kind of helped me that
That's
we
so
have to
good.
stay on task and have that vision. And when you have the vision and you already decide that you are there,
Right.
so in the spring you think that there will be a winter. So the same, you think on your task, like here we are in this moment right now, but we have to think already what happened and that we have to be ready. And that brings to the situation when we have a certain goal or we have certain strategy and certain things we would like to accomplish. Do you think we should kind of bring ourselves already to this moment and be in that moment in order to be ready for the winter? So in order to be ready for your goal?
You know, I feel like we're never going to be ready anyway, right? And I love that when you say you need to stay on task. So focus. I can see how much you focus. And this is such a great example. Such a
Thank
great
you. You are
example
so
for us.
wonderful. It's not that, I'm sure a lot of people do that.
You know, you remind me, I have to rethink of how I raise my kids, because nowadays we just go to grocery store, grab vegetable. We don't have to plant, we don't have to take care of it and harvest. It doesn't matter what season of the year, we still have food at the grocery store. But I should take care of that and use this strategy to teach my kids. So, Dr. Liudmila, what is your legacy look like?
Thank you for asking this. And my legacy is most important when I just speak to one person in the room. Taking care of patients on day in and day out and seeing so many difficult moments in life, so many vulnerable moments. All I would like is just to make this one person quality of life better. And this is from one aspect. From another aspect, over a period of years when we are not here, we would like to develop something that we would like to have other generations and other hundreds and thousands of people maybe have an example. So I would like to be this small contribution for other young medical trainees, for the community, to see what can we learn from us today and take it to the next level.
This is so good. How about when patient came to you, and I'm pretty sure you experience this a lot, and they don't have a lot of time left. How would you help them like heal from the inside?
So when I see person, and it's a very vulnerable
Right.
moment, especially right now in such complicated situation and so many things changing, we would like to communicate what's important to this person. So I always ask a question, what's important to you? And all it matter, what this person goal. So I like to learn about the person, what's important, and then take from there. And sometimes it might be quality of life, or sometimes it might be aggressive treatment, or sometimes it's more time with the family, or sometimes maybe it's a travel. So I always focus what's important for the person. And for this short period of time when we have left, it's always very important what you would like to accomplish. And it would be different for different people. What's
Right.
important in one person might not be important for another person. So I always try to connect with that person and understand what's important. And that's how we communicate and try to find our goal.
You know, I know someone who's very close friend and family of mine, and he had cancer last year in his spine, and you know, he didn't have a long time left, but he really have the right mindset, and now he still live, and he almost cancer free. You know.
I am very sorry to hear about that. It's very, very difficult situation. But it's amazing what you said, that the person right now
still alive.
Yes, and having a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
sort of reasonable lifestyle.
Yes.
And that brings us to the right mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because our mindset play a role on neurotransmitters in the brain, and it brings us to separate physiologic, spiritual, energetic level, and that's how we move. So I am a strong believer of what we call integrative oncology.
Okay.
It means we should not be focusing only on medication
and have sickness and take medicine and chemo, right?
Yes, and that's what a lot of times physicians trained, and we do not get a lot of training in medical school about mindset and nutrition
and the self-healing.
Exactly. And this is such an important aspect in the medical education that I feel personally that we are missing. So we would like to see how we can connect with you. And I was reviewing your book and so impressed, and I really would like to share how it resonates with me. Go all in. And that's exactly during medical education, if we integrate nutrition with medication, with mindset, with your connection, and that's exactly what we are missing.
Wow. This sounds like your legacy right here to help other doctor to understand that it's not just here's the sickness, like 1 + 1 is 2, right? But to find the self-healing and the mindset and the belief. And again, I heard the story like this from cancer patients, like times after time, that they really work on themselves. I think one of the women who wrote the book, Dying to Be Me, I don't think she had cancer, but she was in the certain point of her life that she had a few hours left on earth. But then she visualized, and she's like, do all this thing, and she's still healthy and alive, like it's a miracle. It's amazing.
Yeah, I do believe in miracle. And those miracles also can be at a different level. So when we are, for example, communicating, and you actually now, you're like a healer, because the way we look at it, it's not just only one specialty or one discipline.
Right.
And that's how in the past we used to view like a one discipline, but it actually should be well-rounded.
Right.
So what you are doing by communicating and connecting with audience, that's exactly how we amplify and trying to put the message in the community, so then people know there is something beyond medications.
Right.
And it's a mindset, and it's that self-healing that play tremendous role.
Definitely. So here's a good question, an exciting question. I know that you've been working on some project. Can you talk a little bit about what is the exciting new project that you're working on right now, and how can it serve the world?
Oh, that's amazing that you ask. I'm very impressed, and thank you for mentioning that. I'm very excited to tell that I would like to put the book together, and I'm working right now on the book. And what is it about? Exactly what you and I have been connecting and communicating, because my goal is to see how we can help not only medical trainees, but community overall to find themselves. And every single person should be able to find yourself and not feeling stuck And sometimes we don't know that we stuck because we get caught in the routine and we do things repetitively.
Right.
Or we look at a certain next path in our life. When we're in high school, we're looking for, let's say, college, and then sometimes might be university and next job and next promotion and so on. But it's important to realize and evaluate where you are, so then it's not too late to find yourself, because a lot of people carry gifts that they don't really know that they have the gift
and use, right?
And use. So I would like to tell how we can unleash ourselves and find ourselves for a new avenue, and maybe share some of those tips.
I feel like your book is like the deeper version of this interview. This is just the introduction of your book. I'm super excited about that, and congratulations, seriously.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your book with us.
Oh, it means a lot to me, and especially what motivated me when I saw your book. It's called Go All In. So I'm actually following your lead, and I go all in terms of writing and putting message together. So I would like to thank you for doing this.
Wow, well, thank you. I just doing my own thing, and I didn't even know that I like inspire a lot of people from this book, and I'm so grateful. So Dr. Liudmila, how can our audience, our viewer, find you and connect with you?
Oh, thank you for asking this, and actually being here with you, it's already connection. But you can connect with me also on LiudmilaSchafer.com.
Well, Dr. Liudmila, thank you so much for being here on our Go All In show. I'm very, very honored for you to be here. Looking forward to invite you for our next show again.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure. And I'm so honored to be here with you and your audience. So thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time.
I'm looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Go All In show here on ABC 15. If you have a story that you know it will impact more people, and if you have a dream to write a book and become a #1 best-selling author, we would love to connect with you. Reach out to us here at info@goallin.tv, or check out our Rockstar Academy bestseller intensive program at nimstan.com/the Rockstar Academy. You have the message to share, and the world needs your knowledge now more than ever. We are here to help you gain more credibility, wow your audience, and amplify your result within just 90 days. Join us at the Rockstar Academy today at nimstant.com/the Rockstar Academy. Stop calling it a dream. It's time to call it a plan. It's your turn to share your story to the world and become the #1 best-selling author. I will see you here at Go All In show next time.